Give us a brief overview of your background.
I graduated with a bachelor's and master's degree in physics from the University of Freiburg in Germany. And also during my studies, I did some business internships in consulting at Roland Berger, but also in tech at Amazon and in banking at Goldman Sachs. And then what really fascinated me was consulting in the end. So I decided to join Bain company, where I now work as a consultant full-time.
Why did you pursue an MBA?
Here at Bain, I really did a lot of interesting projects. What really excited me was, among others, really the fintech space, and wanted to further grow in that space, but also to grow my leadership and communication skills. And these were the reasons why I then decided to apply for an MBA program.
Which business school will you be attending?
Yeah, so I'm excited to be starting my MBA at Yale School of Management, starting this summer. And in the end, I opted for Yale because I really like the closely knit culture, but then also the opportunity to take many electives throughout the whole university, and also the interesting class, let's say, with a focus also on social impact, which interests me as well in the end.
What were the most challenging parts of the admissions process, and why did you feel that you needed an admissions consultant?
Coming from Europe, from Germany, I really wasn't used to these applications with a strong focus on storytelling. Here in Europe, it's more about just a resume drop. So this was a completely different new situation for me. And yeah, on top of that, I was unsure basically how to frame my background and my motivation then in the end for applying. And I actually did. So I did prepare for my GMAT. All went well, and I also tried some self-serve tools in the end to come up with good essays. But I pretty much struggled with that, since it doesn't really teach you how to write good essays and how to incorporate the storytelling element and really showing the path and the passion, let's say. So I'm really glad that I've taken the opportunity to work with an admissions consultant to help me on exactly these topics. I'm really satisfied now with the outcome as well, obviously.
Why did you decide to work with Inspira in particular?
I mean, obviously it's a difficult decision, right? You don't have so much transparency in the beginning. So I did talk to a couple of admissions consultants. I think the team from Inspira was really the one that I think provided the most hands-on support, and also especially tailored to my needs then. And yeah, I had a free prep call in the beginning. Was a really great call that convinced me in the end as well. Very, very open, and I think just overall great fit beyond the really knowledgeable, I think, consultants I worked with then.
What was your experience like working with Inspira?
So I was in a bit of a particular situation. So I explained already that I focused a lot on my GMAT on my own, and then I didn't really take a lot of time to write my essays. So I had the challenge to churn out good essays in a really short amount of time. And I think that was really exceptional how, really the really quick turnaround time. So we worked on a daily basis really and iterated a couple of times per week in the end. So it was really great to have this flexibility to work on a really tight timeline in the end. Beyond that, I mean, the interactions were super professional, really working with experts. You can feel that. It is not just editing, right? So Inspira really helped me to develop a storyline, but beyond the storyline, also really to hone my writing style. And beyond the essays, I've really learned so much about essay writing and good writing style in the end. So this was really exceptional to not only help me with the essays, but to teach me beyond that, I think, on good storytelling and writing.
Which three aspects of Inspira's support was the most valuable for you?
So first point being that you guys really helped me to bridge the gap between my experience, between my resume and then a good story, right? Second point would be that, as I mentioned already, this very short timeline, really you guys worked amazing hours, I think, to accommodate my short-term request and then the approaching deadlines in the end. And then thirdly, really about the feedback. So we had iterations every second day, and the feedback wasn't only on the content of the essays, but really beyond that, feedback on the style, how how to be more precise, right, and how to iterate such a storyline and an essay to get really a better document. And this really fascinated me in the end to see the progress throughout the time we worked together.
What advice do you have for MBA applicants?
Firstly, maybe, and since you mentioned it, right, I spent a lot of my time here working in different roles, applying for different roles throughout Europe. And this application was really different from that, I think. So I can only recommend to every European applicant and beyond Europe as well, right, to use an admissions consultant in the end, to really hone the story and learn how to write an essay in the end, right? This would be the first point. And then the second point, and this is now a theme, right, that I focused a bit too much, I think, on the GMAT and didn't think ahead on the amount of work that would come for the essay in the end. So really start working on the essay and on the applications beyond the GMAT very early, and not only 2 months before, let's say 1 month before, but start during the GMAT basically already. Thirdly and lastly, I think everyone has really great experiences, and the admissions consultant also helps you in the end to shine with the experiences you had. So every resume is different, and it is really, I think, was a great benefit for me to have an admissions consultant who could help me to develop a story based on my individual experiences in the end.
What are you most looking forward to at Yale?
For me personally, most about my leadership skills and development, but also to network, and in the end to take a wide range of electives to also grow as a person and to educate beyond the narrow business aspect, but grow as a person and develop there.
Where do you see yourself in 15 years?
So 10-15 years is obviously a long time ahead, but I definitely want to be in an entrepreneurial situation, so either to lead my own company or to be a managing director, let's say, of a company. In the end, I also want to use technology, and most likely in the fintech space, to really have a meaningful impact, I think, in our community. That's, I think, my goal for where I see myself in 15 years.